Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, February 28th, 2022, 8:22 a.m. Eastern, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time. Good Monday morning. Audio-visual check, please. Hey, Roger, Calvin, Matt, Topher, Keggers. Calvin, you're welcome. I love that book, Atomic Habits. It's really been helping me a ton, so I'm glad it's helping you. Thanks, Chuck. I can get my day started now. Hey, AR, how are ya? How are all my friends? Hey, Mary, how are you? How's the grandbaby, Mary? Beautiful, beautiful baby. Simba. Hi, Amira Asia, how are you? Awesome, Argilio, thank you. Good morning, Richard. Y'all always call me out when I'm on low energy days. Y'all can detect it. I don't have a low energy day, but I'm definitely impacted by the war. Like, it's getting to me, so. Hey, Wave. Thanks, Roger. I jokingly tweeted out that I wasn't going to say anything that started with the letter R or U because I'm so sick of it. And I'm sad for the Ukrainian people as a whole. Hey, Night Truck. Anybody have a ticker request before we get started with the indices, commodities, cryptos, and movers and shakers of the day? If you're interested in my chart setup, there's a link in the video description that will provide a PDF explanation of my indicators and chart setup. Yes, amen, Amira Asia, amen. Hey, from California, Jamie. Hello. Hey, Jessica and Jorge. Come on, y'all are the special group. There's 80 of y'all. Y'all are my perfect 85 viewers and listeners, so y'all get your request in first. Okay, silver for Amira Asia. You like PAAS. I always think of the Easter egg die when I see this word. And yep, I thought they were silver. We are in a daily downtrend. We're looking for a potential weekly lower high. Wait, let me look at this on the 2-day. I bet we have an inverse head and shoulders. Nah. No, too wonky. We have a triple top in the 25.19, 25.46, 25.55 area. On the 4-hour, we're looking for a lower high. And if you're a TCG member, you saw my video, or hopefully you saw my video on diamond bearish reversal patterns. And this has that pattern. My lines are a little off. It is Monday morning, and y'all know I'm on the struggle bus on Mondays with this drawing tool thingy. So with a diamond bearish reversal pattern, you typically get a higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, and then EQ out on the right side, resulting in downward pressure. So that does not look too promising on the 4-hour, Amira Asia. Let me go look at silver now. Because with these miner names, silver or gold miners, they are impacted by their underlying metal plus the market. So they have two things that can work for them, against them. So silver, we have 4-hour inside bars. That is not what I want. Where is regular silver? I want that one. Okay, same thing. We see this diamond bearish reversal pattern. This is typically not how we see it. You typically see it coming from an uptrend, but this is the classic pattern of the higher high, lower low. Either way, we're looking for 4-hour lower highs. It looks to be set here at 24.88, potential 4-hour bear flag. So if I wanted a position on PAAS, I would look for a pullback. So I'm actually have a contrarian mindset this morning. Gold, oil, miners, the war names, the cybersecurity names all ran hard last week with the war news. A lot of them look like a great top fish is setting up. So, and I'll go over those individual setups that I like, and they are going to be higher risk because they are war related. All right. DWAC for wave. So odds favor a daily lower high compared to 99.03. You got a higher low here at 78.50 compared to 77.75. So bears will be looking to top fish that 99.03. And before that, we have 93.44. So I like a top fish of DWAC. Wait, nope, I'm going to revise that. Look at this 50 RSI holding. That's typically bullish when you're holding above the 50 RSI. We do have a squeeze. So maybe a bottom fish of $88. Either way, I don't think the setup is clean, so I wouldn't take it. Someone asked about Facebook, I believe. I like Facebook for a continued bounce, but I don't know if we're going to get that today. So like Square and Facebook that were really, really beat up, it just seems like they're kind of petering out here at the top. And Square did get an upgrade this morning, so I didn't put the top fish as an idea this morning because it looks a little bit extended up here, and Facebook is definitely not as extended, but maybe it needs just a little bit of healthy consolidation before it can resume any type of upward trend. Support 206.50, 203.18, resistance 210.48, 210.69. Hey Diego, you're drinking coffee? Hey Matthew, how are you? Jacob, Dollar Tree got an upgrade this morning. I pulled up the chart because of the upgrade, and it still didn't look like a clean setup here. Again, this is another diamond bearish reversal pattern. We're seeing them a lot. You see that? And we're looking for a lower high compared to 143.65, and it did get an upgrade, but this bearish technical pattern had me step away from it. So I check out every upgrade that I find. I check out the chart. The downgrades, I check out the chart. So, and I only put it on here if we have a match with the technicals with the news. Last one, and then I'll start with indices. Okay, Procter & Gamble, we're looking for a lower high compared to 161.06. So these daily charts are setting up. 80% of the charts I've looked at today are looking for daily lower highs. So in that scenario, I am looking a little bearish to start off this week, and then we'll have to see if the news impacts us. And we have a ton of economic data. Let me go pull that for you. We have ISM manufacturing tomorrow, vehicle tomorrow, ADP non-farm payrolls. That's huge. Jobless claims is every Thursday, so that's not a big. It can move the market, but it is every Thursday, so it's not that big of a deal. ADP, that's a monthly number, and that's coming out Wednesday. ISM Thursday, non-farm payrolls Friday. That is going to be huge, along with unemployment rate. And I do believe Powell has some testimony this week as well. So we've got an action-packed week with economic news, and that just tells me size down. That's exactly what it tells me. Just size down. You don't want to be too exposed in this market where anything can happen. Okay, I'm shorting NQ futures right now. FYI, I'm shorting NQ futures. I've been shorting it on and off since around 3 o'clock this morning. So I'll show you why I'm doing that. So it's almost 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. So what I do every morning, besides cut up and show out and whatever, is I go over indices, commodity, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. And here's the clearest view I have on the market today that I can offer you. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can look in the video description down below and click on that link, and it will provide you with a PDF explanation of my indicators. It's the most asked questions. Speaking of asking questions, if you have questions, it's hard for me to monitor chat. We have some awesome moderators that will help answer your questions. Hey, Blue Dog, how are you? Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. Let's have some fun. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, that'd be great. I won't spam you. Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of chartguys.com if you want to check us out. And we have a community of about 1,060 of my closest friends that we trade with, and we have a lot of fun. So this is what I'm looking at for the market. Potential 2-hour head and shoulders. When you have this size pullback, we're getting a little bounce right here right now, but we pulled back 132 points. That's significant for ES. What was it on Dow? I know Dow was super significant. We pulled back 712 points on the Dow overnight from Friday's high to where we opened yesterday. So big gap. It's technically not a gap down, but big move down on futures. I guess no, it's not a gap down. So big move down on futures. And ES, we have this 2-hour head and shoulders, and I just choose a time frame that provides the most clarity for me. Sometimes it may not make sense to you, but I'm doing it for a reason. I just want clarity. What am I looking at? I'm looking for 2-hour and 4-hour lower highs on most of my indices. Nasdaq's a little different. It has a diamond pattern, meaning it broke the low of Friday. Yep, Friday's low of 760. We broke through that by almost 80 points. So that's a lower low. So this is a standard diamond bearish reversal pattern. Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. This is actually a lower high over here, this 13983, but you get the gist. And typically we can EQ out here on the right side. So we're looking for a lower high compared to 1419625. And I like this diamond pattern even more so than the head and shoulders pattern. So that's why I chose to short NQ. RSX, the Russian market is closed today. So they closed their stock market and it shows, but RSX is still going to trade over here. So it's going to trade and it's down 25%. But look at the Russell. 2 times bull is down 24%. So if RSX is down 25%, shouldn't the Russell be down 50%? But we noticed the disparity. The MMs are having a really hard time controlling Russell. And we took that short on Friday. If you took that short idea, congratulations. I still have my RUSL puts. The premium was really high, so I positioned size down accordingly. But I don't think these instruments are going to be tradable today because the index is actually closed. So be careful. NASDAQ, your key resistance 14196. And from the hourly chart, let's give you a closer up support, 13755. RTY, you guessed it, 2-hour head and shoulders on the table. We're looking for a lower high compared to 2040. When I dream about what my Monday mornings are going to look like, first of all, it involves all of you. You are the crowd of my dreams. So it involves all of you. And it involves charts like this where I can get clarity. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to work out perfectly. Heck no. Actually, the opposite, probably true. But I want clarity. And that gives me the best trade setup. So when I boldly tell you I'm shorting NQ, it's because it is just so crystal clear. And the odds are more in my favor than not, but it doesn't mean it'll work. So, and I am loving Tradeovate. I told y'all I would keep you updated. I'm really enjoying TRADOVATE. I'm really enjoying it. There goes the market. Come on down. Price is right. And I don't want the market to go down. I mean, we all have 401ks, IRAs, and everyone in America at least, and I want it to go up. But for day trading purposes, I am looking bearish today. YM, if you're ever interested in what levels I have marked, if you can't see it pretty clearly from over here, if the pivot labels aren't there, you can look over here in the light gray and it'll show you what I have highlighted. Key resistance 34034 on Dow, key support 33322, and the Dow was weaker than the other 3 Fab 4 at the end of the week because the banks started pulling back. Let's go look at that real quick. XLF. XLF has this weekly bearish reversal pattern. Yes, I'm saying bearish reversal diamond pattern a lot today, but so be it. So again, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, and we got a double bottom. So looking pretty bearish this morning on banks, and that will impact Dow. So that's why Dow was weaker. Now let's go back up to our indices. VIX is the only fly in my ointment today. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. We have a weekly broadening formation that held last week on those lows. It held. So we're testing it again. If we keep testing that trend line on the bottom, actually, I'm going to delete this and I'll show you. No, that's not it. 1 second. And here. So you see how we just keep punching below, punching below, punching below. And the more times we test this trend line, it increases the odds that we're going to break through to the downside. So just be aware of that. All right, going back to VIX. And VIX made me think of it because VIX actually has the opposite on the daily. VIX had a broadening formation here. And I do it with Wix on the upside and to the downside. We don't have a confirmed pattern here, but I just thought that was interesting. We continued to test the upper trend line resistance on VIX, but yet on SPY, we're testing the trend line to the downside. Can't talk today. Okay, 4 hour. This has me confused. This looks like a 4-hour head and shoulders to me. And of course, VIX and SPY are not completely inverse. They are not a 1-to-1 ratio. When one moves one way, the other one moves the other way. It's not how it works. But typically, I would have looked over here to look for an inverse head and shoulders. If we see a head and shoulders on ES, I would typically see an inverse head and shoulders on VIX. So that was slightly confusing this morning. So I'm not gathering any data from the VIX. If the VIX could roll over and break to a new lower low, that could bounce the market. So that's the fly in my bear thesis, the fly in the ointment. Peebo, I don't know if we can still say that Tesla has that bad news overhang, that insider trading. I don't know. I think it's a great setup to short XLF. And let's see. Let's see if it works. Good morning, MG. Hi, Ricky. Yeah, hit that like button. Why don't ya? All right, Bitcoin. We're looking for 4-hour lower highs here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. 4-hour lower highs on deck. Ethereum is slightly weaker than Bitcoin, and I can say that because of its relationship to that 4-hour 50 MA. Bitcoin's fighting to stay above, and Ethereum is clearly below. So if you need those resistances and supports, they're right here. You can just screenshot it, pause it, do what you got to do. Bitcoin, here's your resistances, and we're breaking that support I had drawn on the hourly. We're breaking that support. So your next support is 37477, then 37020. Gold. So gold, I don't have a clear read on as well. However, I'll stick with what I said at the beginning. The names that ran hard last week on War News, they're consolidating. And I am looking bearish on those names. Lockheed Martin, CrowdStrike, PANW, Metals, that PAAS. I'm looking for 4-hour lower highs on these charts. On gold, specifically, lower high compared to 1935. And then your next resistance would be 1976. Support, 1895 and 1884. Oil. Okay, so oil had some news. And sometimes I don't like to just guess. I want to say it exactly. U.S. allies considering tapping emergency reserves as crude prices surge. IEA members could release 70 million barrels of oil from the stockpile. And OPEC is set to boost output 400,000 barrels a day as planned on Wednesday's meeting. So oil, expect volatility. That's best I could tell you is expect volatility. You know what, Marcus? You asked so nice. I'm going to do it. I don't even know what that is. So is this the British oil, I guess? United Kingdom? Okay, 4-hour lower high on deck. Do y'all get the trend for the day? 4-hour lower high, 4-hour lower high, 4-hour lower high. So I would anticipate a 4-hour lower high compared to 105.10, Marcus, because we have this news overhang, and if they start releasing reserves, it should bring the price of oil down. So, but I must admit, this is some of the best charts we have out there. Oil and energy, some of the best charts out there. So this is a contrarian play and just short term. Definitely not long term. Okay, did I finish oil? So oil, Wednesday we have an OPEC meeting. Wednesday we have inventory. Tomorrow we have API estimates. Friday we have the Baker Hughes rig count. Are y'all getting the gist? It's going to be riddled with news and war on top of that. So be careful. 94.54 is your key support right now on oil. Then 91.71 and 90.06, 4-hour lower highs on deck. Okay, y'all are just so cute. Asking so nicely. Ooh. This does not look good. This is an OTC name and it's related to oil and it's in the crapper. That's not good. We're breaking this support in pre-market 381. It's set to open. It's not trading yet, I don't believe, because it's OTC. 297 is your next support. This is a dog name. Your next resistance on any bounce, 537, 589. Okay, nat gas. Nat gas looks to be putting in their 4-hour lower high is now set. You have resistances at 464. Wait, this is from the hourly chart. I'll show you. 4596, 4643, 4683. We're breaking these supports down here, so let me get rid of that. Your next support, 4414 and 4417. Again, I'm looking bearish ever so slightly on energy names to open the week. Apple. Okay, Apple has a potential 30-minute head and shoulders. You can see it on the hourly too. I thought it was a little more pronounced on the 30-minute. So what I'm looking for is a potential short in Apple compared to 165.12. And remember, these theses, they have to match up. So if I'm short NASDAQ, then I'm by default must think that the Apple chart is bearish, or I shouldn't be shorting NASDAQ, because Apple runs, it could lift the NASDAQ. So when I see confluence of signals with the larger ETF that it resides in, that really gives me more conviction. You have support at 161.36, 160.87. AMD. Okay, so this is a weird one. I want to give y'all long names in case the market reverses. Let's say we get some good news. I always want to give you, here's a set of bearish trades, here's a set of bullish trades. If I can't find them, I don't find them. I'm not going to force it. But AMD, I'm going to bang the table a little more. $8 billion buyback. That ain't nothing. And they still got $1 billion left from last May's announcement of a $4 billion share buyback. They haven't bought 1 billion of those. So $9 billion of buybacks over the next however long, 6 months to a year. So I'm bullish AMD. I'm not going to short it, even though it's a clear short setup. If I don't know that fundamental news, top fishing 121.37 makes sense after this big push when they announced this share buyback in after hours. But I'm not going to short AMD. I'm only going to look long, and I would love to bottom fish Friday's low of 116.04. Hey, Brandon, you're cute. Thank you. Okay, Bloom Energy. Well, let me back up. Chevron bought REGI. So let's go look at that, Reggie. It's up 40%. I don't know what the purchase price was. It doesn't matter. Whoever had REGI calls. If we ever meet, you're buying me a drink. No, kidding. So we're up 40% on REGI, and it's a solar name or related to solar. Well, BE is a hydrogen fuel cell name. It's a cousin to solar. Let's call it a cousin. And we're getting a daily higher high right here. We're over that 2007, and they got an upgrade this morning, and I don't remember the upgrade amount. I could go find it quickly, but let's see. BE upgrade price target of $33. So that's significant. What is that? 50% over what it is now. So that's significant upgrade this morning. And this chart looks very healthy. We had on the red days, we had very low bear volume. And then Thursday, we really picked up on bull volume, and we're breaking to a daily higher high. So now that's going to be in my bull trade. So BE would be something I would be looking long. BP short. BP was down this morning when I wrote this 7.48% as it attempts a $25 billion exit from Russia-backed Rosneft stake. I don't even know what all of that means, but obviously BP is entangled with Russia, and when I see the word billion, it catches my eye. So I like a short of BP on any bounce toward the hourly EMAs. We're oversold right now, not terribly. It can still have more room to the downside. Crowd. Now, this is going to be one that's going to be like, what, Lori, you told us last week to go long. Yeah, but I think this move could be a little bit overdone. So I'm looking for a potential short on crowd, potential hourly head and shoulders, top fishing 185.91, the high of pre-market from last Friday. And this is going to be one that if I were to take this trade, if I'm wrong, I'm going to be wrong fast. I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge if it starts zooming past 186. Because then I know I'm wrong, and all these cyber attacks that are happening just makes these names like Crowd and PANW very valuable. So PANW, like a crazy woman. I like a top fish because look, we did not get through that all-time high of 57267. We double top right there. We are right there in pre-market. So if you're wrong, you're going to be wrong quick, and it's just going to be a little flesh wound. It's not going to be like a knife wound. So I like a top fish at PANW, and if you're wrong, be wrong fast. So it did get over that 572.76 in pre-market, but it only counts like, what is it, in horseshoes and hand grenades, close counts. So it only counts in regular trading hours. All right, let's go back. JKS, solar. So I'm staying with this solar theme. REGI got that big buyout, so I like JKS to the long side. So I like a bottom fish buy around $42. I don't know that we're going to get that. And this is building off the REGI bullish news, the BE upgrade. And I just started going through all the solar charts, and this one caught my eye. I like a pullback buy. NEO with a price target upgrade to $87, no less. So we noticed that NIO and Tesla have a little bit of bullishness. Dan posted about it early this morning compared to other names. And I would believe that it has something to do with this upgrade. That's a pretty big upgrade. What is that for those that can do math early in the morning? 400%. So I like a pullback buy compared to 2053 or 2031. So I like a long on NEO. Tesla, I like a long as well. Yes, they have that insider trading investigation, but I'm not as concerned about it. And with this NEO upgrade, it's been a little bit, well, now it's gone back red, but I like a dip buy of 78699 or 78240. I actually had this on my short list this morning, and then I noticed it moving up in pre-market when that NEO news came out. I had it as a potential short because of this potential hourly head and shoulders. And we have this hourly EQ. It broke bear. I don't know if I have a clear read on this one. Y'all know what I say when it's holding 50 RSI. I'm just going to go. My bias is to the long side. We have a squeeze, so I like a pullback buy on Tesla. I'll stay with that trade idea. XLE. XLE, we're looking for 4-hour lower highs on oil. And I think this is a clear top fish level against 77. Got it out. XLF, I showed y'all, I'm looking at this weekly bearish reversal pattern. On the daily, we're looking for a lower high compared to 39.43, clear top fish area. Oh, we're already down 2%. Shoot. Let me go look at JPM. Is it on any bounce on JPM compared to 150? I would look for a short, but it looks like these names may have already been playing out in pre-market, and they may not have a lot of meat left on the bone. All right, SUNW. Yeah, if you could hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't ask for much. At least I don't think I do. Okay, I don't like this one as much. Who asked about it? Sterling. I don't like it as much because we're looking for a daily lower high compared to 240. So here, on any bounce, we're looking for a lower high. Bears are going to be waiting right there. So I don't like it as much coming from a lower low. Typically, you don't zoom from a lower low straight to a higher high. Yep, Chris, that's what I covered, REGI. Yep, Chevron bought REGI, and that's why solar is up. Yes. All right. Gareth, I don't know if you're answering anyone's question on FAS, but yes, that's the 3 times bear ETF for XLF. Para? This was Viacom, right? And they changed their name last week. This poor chart. They can't catch a break, can they? Monthly downtrend. Weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, 4-hour, they're trying. Top fish of 29.68 is bear. It's bearish until it isn't. 29.68 resistance, then 30.45, and then next support on the hourly 28.38, and then 27.64. Let's look at CCJ. Okay, so CCJ. So this is uranium, and it has some correlation to the war and Chernobyl and the nuclear plants and all of that stuff. So just be aware of it. It is getting a beautiful daily bounce. Bears are going to be sitting here waiting at 23.81. So just be aware of that level. But if you're in a long and it's working, stay in long as you, and set your criteria. Your criteria could be as simple as long as the 5-minute EMAs are below price, I'm going to stay in that long. I'm not even going to care. So we're tackling that 23.81 in after hours, and we're at pause in there. I would still call that a double top. So just be careful with that one. But if you're in long, congratulations. TTD. Thanks for that information, Blue Dog. Appreciate it. This setup, this looks like Apple. This looks like AMD. This looks like Tesla. They all have the same look, where we bounced and then we got a lower high toward the end of the day, setting up those hourly potential or 30-minute head and shoulders resistance. 83.73, 84.30, 84.45, support 81.88, 80.16. Yes, Foot Locker got some downgrades this morning. They had earnings on Friday, and they are just getting pummeled this morning with more downgrades. So When it's news related, just throw RSI out the window. It's just not as important. And obviously, they put up some bad numbers. Resistance 29.44, support 26.36. I mean, I like the risk to reward of bottom fishing 26.36, but you have a high probability of it not working. Last one, MULN. I saw this morning. A lot of Twitter heads were talking about it. Obviously news related. Resistance $1.19. Hourly double bottom at 94 cents. Your next support is 84, then 65. When you're already up 45%, how much meat is left on the bone? I don't know. I can't answer it, but it doesn't look, for me, I don't like the risk to reward when something's already up 45%. Yep, Tesh. It's the 3-day rule on these names that get beat up on earnings. Well, you know what? I loved hanging out with y'all this morning. Thank you for being so kind, so helpful to the other chat members and YouTube. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a foe. Just tell somebody. All right. Y'all use stop losses.